So good morning, thank you, Chris. Basically, I will present KYKLOS project. It just started in January, as well as Marcelo's project we just heard about. The idea, well, basically it's an advanced circular and agile manufacturing ecosystem based on rapid configurable manufacturing process and individualized consumer preference. We have well, the details are here, basically 19 million. Basically, we have 3 million for open calls. We will start the open calls, it will be month 14, that would be February next year. As we just started, we just have to do all the planning, so I will not show anything about the planning of the open call. So these are the projects, you can read it afterwards. No major time we have. I will just go directly to the why did we start with the project. Basically, the manufacturing companies, we all know they consume a lot of energy. They have as well as natural resources in the production process of the products, and they need to deal with the respective amounts and overall cost of what the product is increasing, because the materials, raw materials prices are trying to be higher, are increasing, because basically we all know this change that in 2050 some of the materials we know now will disappear, and we need to find new ones to come in. At the same time, we also have regulations in energy, in the let's say the gas consuming, so we need to ensure the energy we produce is clean. Energy prices in Europe are increasing also, so we need to ensure that these companies can actually do their business in reducing the energy, so they have the benefits at the end of the year that can be sustainable enough to continue business. Basically, it's the overall idea here. So we have to optimize the manufacturing process. This is basically which I guess all the projects we're doing, and at the same time we must ensure that this is sustainable in the long term. So basically, we need to provide an ecosystem which enables us this. Basically, we need to support the reconfiguration, methodologies, production techniques, decision and actions at all the production level, from design down to actually the reuse or re-entry of the final products again into the chain of the production itself. So we need to achieve increased energy efficiency, decrease raw materials and cost. We have to be customer centric in order to ensure that the products we produce are actually going to be used by the products, not only bought but used by the customers. And we also have to be tune the production in order to ensure that the number of what we produce is the number that's going to be actually used and not let's say wasted, let's say, as a product itself. So this would be a overall, I mean, I guess this is used by many of us in the circular manufacturing framework, that basically it's all about be taken into account in all the phases from design to actually packaging, and then reintroducing the different components in the process again, where we are actually working. Basically, at the same phase in the project, we're going to do 3D scanning, and in order to be able to be 3D printing. We are going to work actually in analyzing new materials for 3D printing to make a quick 3D models in order to go quickly to our customers and say, this is really what you want, and in order to not avoid just producing something we do not want. This is one of the key issues we're going to address in the project. We are also focusing on smart materials and component management in order to have feedback of the actual components usage by our customers. All the information coming back here will be fed up in a knowledge base that we're going to use for the next phases, in which we will actually be going to produce the products in the different phases. Okay, this is more general view. Now I will go in detail into what the work package is, and in which you will see a specific, well, I will not go over all these objectives, but I wanted to put them there. We have 11 objectives that we need to address. I will not go into you have them there because we don't have much time, but I will go to actually the overall structure of the project. And I will focus mainly in, let's say, okay, we have the general issues up in the top, basically ethics and project management, that's, we all have the same, but basically, if we focus on the, we have, our target will be to provide a framework, a marketplace in which we are going to provide this kind of services. We are going to provide products that we are enable any company to do 3 online product configuration. We will give them the tools to actually be able to do 3D modeling, but we are also going to provide them services in order if someone wants to do it and they don't have the resources, we will have other companies that will be allowing for this. We are going to put also visual and data analytics information, but not only that, we are going to provide augmented reality support to actually be able to, let's say, before printing, even being able to trying the product in 3D dimensions and so forth. This we will have a second phase in which we will actually link this real augmented reality capacities actually to be connected directly to machines that we will be able to give direct orders to there. So this will be some kind of digital twins that will be able to allow at some point to act in the digital twin to actually influence in the actual production phase. Is something we will put there. Let's see, more issues. We will provide decision support tools that will also be made available for in the marketplace. Some of the products will be open source, some of them will not. There's much more to say, but I don't think I have time. So the idea at the end is to provide all the services we can imagine that imagine a company is not doing anything of recycling or reuse of anything. We will provide services in which they will be able to get from the design phase actually to the recycle phase, the information they need to act and tools to actually have the capacity to actually deal with this. I will go into the use cases to have a more clear, yeah. So now I will explain, we have 2 groups of, let's say, pilots, one focusing on smart products frame, we call it smart product frameworks, and the next one will be more linked to circular manufacturing process for energy efficiency and waste management. For example, in smart product framework, we're focused on pilots in which we have actually products that are composed by different other components, let's say, and at the end of the cycle, we need to be capable to decompose this product into the pieces it is composed, the materials and whatever, and be able to give a second life to some of those materials in the same production. We are focusing in the, let's say, in the each use case production cycle. We are not focusing as it was, I think it was, yes, Marcelo presented. We are not focusing on ensuring cross use of materials among different domains, but we are focusing here in ensuring that when a specific domain in this use case is doing something, he can get into the cycle the own pieces that come out of the production phase. So we have a medical pilot focusing on wheelchair systems, and basically I don't know, I don't think I have time to go into detail, I guess. So
yes, indeed.
I will just, yeah, okay. We focusing in the reuse of the wheelchair at the end to create new wheelchairs. We have a aerospace pilot focusing on additive manufacturing technology for space. They are focusing mainly in what will be new materials in order to ensure that at the end of the process, everything can be recycled. We are talking about airspace, you know, it's a 20-30 year cycle, so we need to be careful there. Then we have also jet engine manufacturing, the same issue, but one further issue is the maintenance. We are going to produce algorithms for predictive maintenance beyond the ones we know how to we have now. We want predictive maintenance by having some kind of in brackets I put it artificial intelligence algorithms to go a little bit beyond. They have electronic devices equipment. Basically, is what I said before, ensuring that when we come at the end, we can reduce those materials. Then we have automotive, we have shipyard, food industry, and automotive, another project. So I just go ahead because I see Chris is wanting to me.
Yes, thank you.
Finish.
Thank you very much, Jason. So a lot of concrete stuff happening there. I think that's what makes us all happy.